ingredients for the potential for some fog. And right now the visibilities actually aren't bad inland areas, although you can see off in the distance from our ABC 13 tower camera, kind of the fog that's setting up beyond the Southwest Freeway. And where we are dealing with some of the worst visibility is down along our coastline in Galveston County specifically, down to a half-a-mile visibility, starting to see some of that fog lift around Port Arthur, up to 3-mile visibility there. Clouds today, partly to mostly cloudy conditions, and not ruling out a few widely scattered showers. The chance that you and your neighborhood or your community gets rain is at about 20%. There is going to be a brief or heavy downpour possible, maybe even a slight chance for a strong thunderstorm to blow through the area. You can see these shades of oranges and reds. That's indicative of a stronger thunderstorm to blow in, maybe during noontime to 4 p.m. And then once we get closer toward 5, 6, 7 o'clock or so, a lot of those thunderstorms start to weaken as we start to lose the daytime heat. Temperature readings currently in the upper 60s to low 70s. And if you like the warmth that we've had so far over the past few days or so, temperature readings this afternoon pretty much in the same territory in the mid 80s, 84 for this afternoon. We are going to see those chances for rain building over the weekend. I'll let you know if we've got some washout potential and our severe weather threat over the next several days coming up in about 15 minutes. I'll tell you what, if you are planning on going to the rodeo the next few days, there's a slim chance that you're going to encounter a shower or two. Unfortunately, heading into the weekend, if you've got some big weekend plans, you're going to want to make sure you've got a rain poncho handy. Obviously, make sure you know what to do if there's some rain and thunderstorms. You want to seek shelter if there's any thunder blowing through the area, because there are signs that we are going to start to see those storm chances going up. Our first taste of some of those thunderstorms will be today. It's a small chance for big thunderstorms. There is kind of this wave of moisture that's moving across the northern parts of Oklahoma this morning, but it's the secondary storm over the Pacific Northwest that's going to drive a cold front in our direction. Eventually, that front stalling is going to lead to some higher rainfall totals and also the potential for a flood risk in our part of the state. Now, the severe weather threat on Friday is going to be highest to our north, from Oklahoma northward up toward Kansas City, portions of Missouri, a level 3 out of 5. For us, we're on the southern fringes of the severe weather threat, a level 1 out of 5. Most likely that severe weather increases as we get into the afternoon and evening. There are signs that maybe a line of showers and thunderstorms blow through here, especially Friday night. By Saturday, there's going to be another line of showers and storms to monitor during the afternoon. That pushes offshore at ahead of the boundary, leaves the boundary overhead where it stalls out on Sunday. Right now, the highest rainfall totals are still located over the central northern parts of our state, and that's where we could pick up anywhere between 3 to 5 inches north and west of Houston. Meanwhile, from Houston southward, we're talking about a pocket of maybe 1 to 2 inches of rain. Right now, no major issues with flooding today. Tomorrow, by Friday, you can see some of our far northern counties start to get clipped by some isolated street flooding concerns. And as that front makes its way toward I-10, that's where we're going to see an expansion of that flood risk. And then that flood risk continues on Sunday, mainly away from the coast. This morning, no major issues. We've got a little bit of fog that's been setting up across some of our inland areas. Mid to upper 60s for temperatures right now. I know temperatures haven't really dropped off all that much. Mid 60s right now in Galveston. There is a light breeze out of the east-southeast at about 11 miles per hour, but we're still seeing the potential for some fog developing, less than a mile visibility down along the island. But elsewhere, starting off fairly nice, fog-free for the most part. Partly to mostly cloudy conditions. One big thing for today is we'll see these streamer rain showers. They'll start off fairly light, and as we progress through the morning and during the afternoon, some of these could blossom into some heavier downpours. That's why you're seeing the transition from those shades of blue and green, indicative of light rain, to some heavier showers, oranges and reds. And these oranges and reds that you're seeing popping up during the early part of the afternoon could mean some claps of thunder. So some isolated thunderstorms a possibility, and things start to quiet around 6 to 7 p.m. So I don't think any of your rodeo plans are going to be in jeopardy, but just know if you're planning on heading out there catching some of the festivities during the early part of the afternoon, that's when there could be some isolated thunderstorms in and around the NRG area. Temperature readings in the upper 60s to low 70s. This afternoon, we're warming in the low to mid 80s. It will be another mild evening, So if you're headed to the rodeo tonight, yeah, Rascal Flatts, one of my favorites, taking part this evening in the rodeo festivities. Temperature readings will be dropping off into the low 70s. Those rain chances stay slim for Thursday and Friday, and then with those showers and storms turning likely over the weekend, temperatures still remaining very warm, upper 70s on Sunday, a little bit toward the cooler side, and we don't get a real big cool down, guys, until late next week. We've got a stronger front arriving on Wednesday, and behind that front, we start to see the transition to some drier, less humid weather, and temperature readings maybe even falling below normal by next Thursday.
Ooh.